So, Hare Krishna. Welcome all to Shubhamangala Japa session. So, we will discuss 27 verse from first canto, 11th chapter. I will try and share my screen. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 11, verse number 27. सीतातपत्रै यजनैरुपस्कृताः परशुना वर्षैरभिवर्षिताः पतिः पिसङ्गवासा मालया बहुः गानो यतर कोड उपचापया वैद्युता. Yeah. So, word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word to word meaning, Sita Patra, white umbrella, Vyajanai with a chamara fan, Upaskritaham being served by, Parasuna flowers, Varshahi by the showers, Abhivarshitaha thus being covered, Patihi on the road, Pisangavasa by the yellow garment, Vana Malya by the flower garlands, Bahu thus it became, Ganaha cloud, Yata as if Arka the sun, Upaya the moon, Chapa the rainbow, Vaidyataha by the lightning. Translation: Has the Lord passed along the public road of Dwaraka? His head was protected from the sunshine by a white umbrella. White feathered fans moved in semicircles, and showers of flowers fell upon the road. His yellow garments and garlands of flower made it appear as if a dark cloud were surrounded simultaneously by sun, moon, lightning, and rainbows. Purport: The sun, moon, and rainbow and lightning do not appear in the sky simultaneously. When there is sun, the moonlight becomes insignificant, and if there are clouds and a rainbow, then there is no manifestation of lightning. The Lord's bodily hue is just like a new monsoon cloud. He is compared herein to the cloud. The white umbrella over his head is compared to the sun. The movement of the bunch hair or hair fan of flukes is compared to the moon. The shower of flowers are compared to the stars. His yellow garments are compared to the rainbow. So all these activities of firmament being impossible simultaneous factors cannot be adjusted by comparison. The adjustment is possible only when we think of inconceivable potency of the Lord. The Lord is all powerful, and in His presence, anything impossible can be made possible by His inconceivable energy. But the situation created at the time of passing on the roads of Dwaraka was beautiful and could not be compared to anything besides the description of natural phenomena. So before I begin, I would like to offer my prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथामह्यं ददान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं स्वजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे So today we'll try and discuss the 27th verse from first canto chapter 11. So I'll read out the translation again. As the Lord passed along the public road of Dwaraka, his head was protected from the sunshine by a white umbrella. White feather fans moved in semicircles, and showers of flowers fell upon the road. His yellow garments and the garlands of flower made it appear as if a dark cloud were surrounded simultaneously by sun, moon, lightning, and rainbows. So here we can see as to how the Lord is being received when he is being entering into. We are seeing how the Lord is entering into Dwaraka, and the citizens of Dwaraka, all the Dwaraka Vasis, they're also excited to receive the Supreme Lord Krishna into Dwaraka, and we have all seen what arrangements they had made for the Lord, and now even the nature is, cooperating with the devotees, and the nature is also helping the Dwaraka Vasis to receive Krishna into Dwaraka. So here we can see that the sun, there is sunlight, there is moonlight, moon, there is lightning, rainbows. So Prabhupada is writing in the purport stating that when there is all these phenomena that is happening, that lightning and rainbows cannot they cannot be present simultaneously. So if the sky is clear, then and there cannot be light, then lightning cannot be at the same time. So darkness as well as light cannot be present simultaneously together. But on the contrary, we can see that when Krishna is entering Dwaraka, there's sunlight, there's moonlight, and there is lightning, there is rainbow, but all of these being present at the same time simultaneously is impossible. So somebody, if anybody else reads the purport of Srila Prabhupada, and then it is an impossible thing to happen. So simultaneously, everything happening in the nature is inconceivable. With our limited knowledge, we cannot understand as to how everything is happening at the same time, how it is not possible, right? That there is lightning and there is rainbow as well. So that is not a common phenomena that takes place. So that is not something we usually see. But why is it happening? It is because Krishna is entering Dwaraka, and as a sign of respect and gratitude, the nature is reciprocating back in this way. But when we see on the material platform, it is not a common thing to happen. It is not a common thing. Such things are not common, no, right? So it becomes inconceivable by our intelligence to understand as to what is happening. So here Prabhupada is written one of the lines. So here Prabhupada has written that the adjustment is possible only when we think of the inconceivable potency of the Lord. It's because the Lord is all powerful and because he is present, anything and everything can happen. And Prabhupada also writes in the purport telling that Krishna can make even the impossible things possible. So when we don't read the scriptures under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master or his representative, when we come across such things, we think it is something uh, impossible. But how is it that it is happening? How is that everything simultaneously is happening in the nature? We may not understand because our intelligence is very limited and we cannot understand. But when we read the scriptures under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, that is when we understand that it is the inconceivable energy of the Supreme Lord, and that Supreme Lord is capable of making anything, any particular thing which is impossible into possible and possible things into impossible. So when we go into the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, there are various pastimes of the where we as normal jivatmas think that oh, this activity, it may not be possible by a normal human, but Krishna makes it possible because Krishna is all powerful, right? Because he has those six opulences, and one of the opulences, Krishna is all powerful. Krishna can make anything which is impossible into possible. So there are various pastimes wherein Krishna has proved it. Krishna has proved by his by his action that he is the supreme personality of Godhead, and there is nothing impossible by the Lord. He can make possible things impossible and impossible things possible. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a verse. Maybe I can just state as to what is the briefing of the verse. It says that if Krishna is present, then impossible things become possible, and the vice versa can happen. And possible things becomes impossible if Krishna is not present. So, with the same context, with the same background, we will try and discuss as to how Krishna can make impossible things into possible and vice versa, looking at these examples that are being stated in the scriptures. So we all know as to how from the time the Supreme Lord took birth, it was something impossible to conceive. That Krishna is taking birth. So Krishna took birth in jail. And when Krishna took birth, it is mentioned that Krishna, in the Krishna book, it is being mentioned that Krishna was dressed in yellow garments. He was so opulent, and we all know as to how when Krishna took birth, when the Supreme Lord took birth, he was Chaturbhuja. And then Mother Devaki requested the Supreme Lord that if he comes in this form of Chaturbhuja, then it would then for normal people like us, we would not understand, right? So then on the prayers, the Mother Devaki offers prayers to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, and then the Lord, he comes into the two-handed form and he takes birth. So what can we understand by this? When we as normal jivatmas take birth in this material world, we can you imagine that we are dressed with clothes and we are taking birth? No, it doesn't happen, right? When we are born, we are all naked and we just have hair on the body. We are out of that stool, urine and blood. We are all dirty. So no, when the doctor takes the baby out of the mother's womb, nobody would be willing to carry that baby, right? Because it's also dirty. And once the baby is all clean, and that is when the baby becomes fit to carry. But Krishna is not like that. When Krishna takes birth, Krishna is, he comes, his Shadaishwarya Purna. So he's filled with opulences. So in this material world we can never see that. So but Krishna, because he's on the spiritual platform, and it is something impossible for somebody to be so effulgent from the time he takes birth. And we are all, not born with opulences. Even the billionaires and the millionaires, they were not born with opulences. Gradually they started, accumulating their wealth and becoming rich, and gradually they became millionaires. But Krishna is not like that. When Krishna takes birth, he's Shadaishwarya Purna. He comes with all opulences. It is mentioned that he was so nicely dressed with that yellow bright garment with all the jewelries on his body. So that is how Krishna is. It is, when we think on a material platform, it's an impossible thing. Nobody can take birth as Krishna, but it is only Supreme Lord who can do such inconceivable things. And as Krishna was born, and then, when he was a very little small young boy, and at that point of time we can see as to how Putana came. And Krishna, at such a young age, he killed Putana. So nobody at that age, when that was the age when Krishna was, feeding, when Yashoda Mata was feeding breast milk to Krishna. So at that point of time, on a material platform, a child would be unaware of what is happening in his surroundings. But Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, he could, understand everything that was happening, because Krishna is Sarva Karana Karanam. He knows everything that is happening, and he is the reason for everything that's happening. So he could understand everything. And when Putana came, we all know how he killed Putana. He sucked the life air out of her, and she got delivered. All of that is a different point. But what we have to understand is that Krishna, at such a young age, performed something usually that a person cannot do at that age. And moving on, Krishna, we there is always this this topic when people read about the Rasa Leela of the Lord, how he performed the Rasa Leela with all the gopis. People, always comment that, Krishna has so many gopis, so many wives, then why not we? But we always try to imitate the Lord, and that is where our fall down starts from. We all try to imitate the Lord. So Srila Prabhupada would always make it a point when such Mayavadis come and state that, Krishna had 16,000 wives. So why not we have, why not we, marry, why can't we have two marriages and things like that. So Prabhupada would always tell that, Krishna has lifted Govardhan. Can you lift Govardhan? So if you can lift Govardhan, then you can also have those many wives as Krishna. So Krishna, at such a young age, he was hardly 6.5, 7 years old. So can you imagine such a small young boy? He's lifting such a huge mountain on the tip of his little finger of left hand. So how is it possible? When somebody goes and reads the lifting of Govardhan Leela, it would be like, how can such a small boy do such an inconceivable thing? It's not something, some it is not something that a small boy of 7 year old can do it. So not only that Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, but when Indra started, sending Samvartaka showers, and this is the shower that usually happens when there is pralaya. So Indra thought that he's the he's the maintainer of the Vrajavasis, and because they started worshipping Govardhan, who is none other than Krishna, we all know how Indra couldn't tolerate that, and he sent the Samvartaka rains, and how Krishna lifted the Govardhan, and not only lifting, the most beautiful part was Krishna lifted it and placed it back in the same way. So we as normal humans, when at home itself, when we take a particular item from a particular place, how many times have we've got scolded that we have not kept the place in the we have not kept the things in the right place. This there are several times that we take a particular thing, a small thing, and we don't keep it back in the same place. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna lifted Govardhan and he replaced it back the same way. So this proves that Krishna was not that the activities Krishna performed, they are not material, they are on a spiritual platform. And only when we come under the under when we come under the guidance of a spiritual master, we come to know this. And moving on into the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, moving on to the pages of Mahabharata, we can see as to how in the battle of Kurukshetra, we all know how Duryodhana went, and when he had an option of choosing Krishna or his Akshohini Sainya, he chose the Akshohini Sainya. And not only he got the entire Sainya of Akshohini, and he got all the expert Kshatriyas. That could be Bhishma Dev, that could be Dronacharya, and many other Karna was on the side of Duryodhana. And all these factors, when we see, when a normal mundane person, he goes and sees this, and when he thinks, he has such an army, and if he looks at Pandavas, they have Pandavas has a smaller army compared to the Kauravas, and they have Krishna on their side, right? So when a normal person thinks, or when a normal person looks at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he thinks that it is impossible for Pandavas to win, and only Kauravas can become victorious. They can come out with victory. But we can see that on the other hand, that Pandavas, having such a small army, they got the victory in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. How is it? Because Krishna was present. Because Krishna was present, it was impossible. If you see on a material platform with such huge army, with so many men to fight, with such experts on the side of Kauravas, it would be impossible, right? But because Krishna was there on the side of Pandavas, he could make even the impossible thing. Somebody could think it is impossible for Pandavas to win, and the victory is on the side of Kauravas. But no, Krishna made it possible. As a result, we can see that Pandavas won the battle. Why is it? Because Krishna was present. Because Krishna can make anything impossible into possible. And we also can see in the Narsimha, when Narsimhadev appeared, Prahlad Maharaj was asked by his father Hiranyakashipu, that is your Narayana present everywhere? So Prahlad said, yes, he is present everywhere. So then his father, we know, he asked, so is he present in this pillar of the palace? Prahlad says that if he's present, since he's present everywhere, he's present even in the pillar. So, but when we see, when all these Mayavadis, they come, they can see, they tell, the Lord is present only in Archa Vigraha. When the Lord comes down, he comes down in the form of Archa Vigraha to give darshan to everybody. But here we are seeing Prahlad is telling the Lord is present in the pillar. So how is it possible, right? But because Prahlad said that Lord is present in the pillar, it was impossible. But Lord made it possible. Lord came into the pillar because Prahlad said that he's there in the pillar. And when Hiranyakashipu broke down the pillar, we know how the Supreme Lord in the form of Nrsimha comes out, and he kills Hiranyakashipu. But it would be impossible, right? Somebody present in the pillar. So somebody comes and asks you, is Lord present everywhere? And we tell so. Yes, we tell yes, and but how faithful are we that Lord is present everywhere? We should have that faith of Prahlad. So Prahlad had so much faith in the Lord that He's present everywhere. He had so much faith on the script words of the scripture that Lord is present everywhere. So he made the Lord. It was impossible if you see, but Lord made it possible. So even even in the nature, as Prabhupada has written in the purport, even when we see all this phenomena that is being mentioned, it is impossible, right? But Lord is making it possible. Time and again, through the nature, the Lord proves that He's the Supreme Lord and He can do anything. Nothing is impossible for the Supreme Lord. Because where I was hearing to a lecture, and that Prabhuji was mentioning the biggest mammal is whale. So when whale gives birth to the baby whales, it is said that the baby whales drink 300 liters of milk. It is not 1 or 2 liters of milk. It is 300 liters of milk, and they these babies drink milk twice. So they drink morning, and in the night they feed. So each time they are being fed by the mother whale. The mother whale feeds 300 liters of milk to this baby whale. So twice, right? So if you calculate, so it is coming up to 30,000. So if you calculate a liter of milk is 50 rupees, and if it is taking twice, if the baby is drinking milk for twice, it is 30,000 rupees per month. So it becomes, it is for a day, the whale has to give like 600 liters of milk. But can you imagine that, for one time feeding, the whale has to incur an expense of 15,000. So 30,000 for one day. So it becomes like 9 lakh rupees a month. So the Prabhu was mentioning as to how, so where will this mother whale, which corporate world will she go and work? Infosys, TCS, Microsoft, nobody can pay the mother whale 9 lakh rupees a month. So nobody, it's impossible, right? But Krishna does it. So Krishna is feeding Krishna. How is that so much milk is being produced in the body of the mother whale? That is because Krishna is doing. This whale is not going into any corporate and working, and it is not that it is being paid and with that money it is feeding. No, the whale is in the ocean, and Krishna is producing that milk for the babies. So Prabhupada always stated this example as to how there are elephants, and elephants eat tons and tons. And from where is this food coming? We are all talking about the scarcity of food. People are not getting food to eat. People are starving out of hunger. There are so many cases in South Africa where there are so many cases that was reported by UNICEF where people have died because of hunger. But on the other hand, there are so many elephants, and there are so many elephants, and these elephants, they eat tons and tons. And where is this food coming from? It is Krishna who is providing it. So it is not that there's scarcity of food and in the world. No, Krishna can provide it. Krishna is providing. Prabhupada tells it is we who are misusing it. It is we who are misusing it. So if we it is Krishna is providing everybody with everything. So when I gave the example of this whale and elephant, it is impossible, but Krishna is doing it, right? So Krishna can make it possible. So it is not a small thing that somebody can produce 600 liters of milk. No, it is impossible. Not even your Nandini can supply. So Krishna, and not only that, I was hearing that not only that activities of the Supreme Lord is Janma Karma Chame Divyam. No, the activities of his devotees are also inconceivable, because I'll just end it up with this last one. When we see in the life of Srila Prabhupada is the activities that Srila Prabhupada performed. Well, it is impossible, right? I was hearing in a lecture that senior Vaishnava he was mentioning as to how when Srila Prabhupada established 108 ISKCON temples all over the world. Can you imagine Srila Prabhupada had made all these 108 temples just by writing letters? Only through letters, through communication, through letters, Prabhupada has established all these 108 temples. And it was mentioned that Srila Prabhupada has used telephone only twice. And only twice he has had a conversation on telephone, and rest of all the conversations were on letters. And through these letters, Srila Prabhupada has established all these 108 temples. And I was hearing to Srila Gurudev's lecture, where he is remembering Srila Prabhupada. And there he was mentioning as to how one of the reporters comes to Srila Prabhupada, and he asks Srila Prabhupada that there are so many Swamijis coming from India, and they're showing various magic. So what magic have you done? Then Srila Prabhupada tells that, these Swamijis, they're coming, and they're doing some magic, and they're getting some rasgullas or some vibhuti out of the from the air. And then he gets the rasgulla, and it disappears in the air. So but Srila Prabhupada tells that, when I came to the Western world, I came with 40 rupees. It is not even $40 Srila Prabhupada went with. It was 40 rupees. And now you can see all over the world there are 108 temples, more than 108 temples, which is worth more than $400 million. So what more magic do you want me to show? So what can we learn is that Srila Prabhupada made impossible things. So it would be impossible for a 70-year-old man to, go from a 40 rupees to $400 million. But because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had said that his name would resound in every town and village. Srila Prabhupada made it possible. There are instances when I was hearing that Srila Prabhupada had to purchase a Fisher House mansion. That it was a very big mansion that was on sale, and it was 3.5 lakh dollars, and it would. And Srila Prabhupada didn't have money for it. And but they wanted the place, so that it was a very big mansion, and they wanted to get it into a temple, convert it into a temple. And they wanted the mansion. Srila Prabhupada bargained, and he came. The owner of the house agreed to sell not less than $3 lakh. And Srila Prabhupada said, "Okay, fine. I will. We will buy the mansion, and let the Lord come and reside here." When he said that, there was no money, but immediately Amrish Prabhu came, and he arranged the entire amount with another Mataji, and the next day the cash was ready, the settlement was made, and the mansion was purchased. So when we see arranging $3 lakh on the immediate next day was impossible, but because Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna made it possible. So Krishna, not only Krishna makes impossible things possible, but when his devotees when his devotees make any statement, he, even though it is impossible, he makes it possible. So these are some of the points that we could gather from today's words. I'm sorry I extended the time, but thank you for your patient listening. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Patit Pavana Guru Maharaj ki jai.